Check out thechosenprime.com in the link in the description below for this and other great items.
Alright, welcome everyone to another RFC Reviews. I'm your host, Diecast, and today we have the Premiere Edition Transformers The Last Night Decepticon Berserker, because the box says he's a Decepticon, so he is a Decepticon. And I'm really excited about this review. This is my first Transformers movie review for the new figures. And the new thing about this is it is the Premiere Edition. Premiere Edition, which is basically just the Generations line, or the, as some like to refer to it, the collector's line of Transformers figures. Have the Transformers on the side, real nice. Premiere Edition up here. Got a nice picture of Berserker, maybe from the movie, if he appears in the movie. Nice Decepticon symbol up in the corner. On the back you have Berserker in his robot and vehicle mode, and then you also get Bumblebee and Barricade on the back of the box to also look for. I like that they're bringing back the cross promotion with the Wave Mates. The only other Wave Mate is Slug, one of the Dinobots, Slash. I think it's Slash. And he is a Raging Destroyer. That's pretty cool. Raging Destroyer. Right up there. So he messes stuff up. And then on the side you do get Deluxe class on this one side. And he is a Deluxe figure. And of course the packaging is new. It's very reminiscent of the Star Wars Black Series figures packaging. And I just have a figure right here to compare to. And you can see they are exactly the same size, but they are about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch wider than the Black Series packaging. So, again, I like the packaging because it gives you a lot of flexibility with your collecting. If you want to put it back in the box, you can easily do that. It's not destroyed anymore. And inside the back of the box, or inside the packaging, you have this plastic clamshell, which he goes into. You also have this nice background piece of cardboard with some logos on it and stuff. And that's really nice. And then you also get, of course, your instructions, and they're not all crumbled up in the packaging, which I love. And that was my camera battery going from about 2 bars to none in like 3 seconds. So here you are with the instructions, and I gotta say, they are an improvement. I think Hasbro was listening to us. They lightened up the background, so it's a lot easier to see the transformation and what's going on. And then on the back side here, they have the reverse transformation from vehicle to robot mode, and they also have some more cross promotion. So yeah, that's really, really positive. I really, really like that. I'm just going to put everything back in the box. This does sort of cause a conundrum for me, because I used to throw out the Hasbro boxes because they were ruined anyway after you opened them up. And now I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to keep the boxes or not, but I'm sure I will accumulate figures a lot quicker if I'm saving the boxes. So here you have Berserker, or Decepticon Berserker, in his robot mode, and we'll take a quick look. Really nice head sculpt. I really like he's got 2 eyes per section, so he's got 4 eyes on each side, so he's got a total of 8 eyes. I math. He's got this X on his chest, which may mean something, may not. His dreads, because I think he's part of the dreads, he certainly looks like a dread, is this soft rubber. Can rotate his head up and down. It's on a ball joint, so you get some side to side. The hair does limit the side to side, but you can look down and up, but up is almost straight forward, just the way he's set up. You do get these weapons, which fits in his hands really nice. The one finger wraps around this little piece right here. That's also used to plug in vehicle mode, which will show off. Arms are on a ball joint, so you get rotation at the shoulder. You can get a little bit of extra up just due to this transformation joint right here. Elbows, you get 90 degrees. He does have door panels on the side of his arm, and by mistake I found out that you can actually pop these off if you don't like them. They're not glued in at all. They're just pegged in there. So you do have options with that. If you don't like the panels on his arms, you can pop them off. I don't mind them. Some people were calling this a shell former. I don't really agree. I think he cleans up on his back pretty well for the size vehicle he needs to become. He does have ball joint at the hips. He can't go out very far with his leg just due to the tire up here, but he can go back pretty far, and he does have a little bit of a chicken leg. This heel also does click. It has some very soft detents, and then it can go all the way up to the tire. But basically what you want to have is you want to have it like that. There is a soft detent right there, and that'll help him stand a little bit better when you want him to stand. And, you know, he does stand very well. He's more stretched out in the packaging. He actually comes like this with his legs completely straight, but there's no way for him to stand up like that. That's just due to them not trying to make the package, you know, they're trying to make it less wide because they don't want it too wide, which I understand. So you do have to click these legs back into place and, you know, just get him to stand the best that you can. But yeah, I think he's a really cool figure. Rotation at the thigh. It's on a mushroom. And you do have some knee rotation again, especially because of transformation. And then his feet do not really move, but you do have the heel that moves. So yeah, that's pretty much, he does have, I guess you can say, an ab crunch, but that's also due to transformation. And like I said, you know, when you come back to the backpack, when you have him transformed properly, it does kind of hide everything, and it doesn't stick out as far as you would think for being an SUV. It's not like the whole car's on his back, so I don't think this is a shelf warmer, and I'm really enjoying this toy. I don't know I'd enjoy it at a $20 price point, but I paid $15.83 or $15.82 or something at Walmart for the deluxes. I ended up buying all four because I initially wasn't going to buy Bumblebee if they were $20 a piece, but since they were only 15, 16 bucks, I just went in for all of them. So do a quick size comparison. I'm dropping everything today. I don't have any of the other movie figures opened up yet because he was the first one to open up that I opened up. But here he is with Titans Return Blur. And you can see they are about the same size, so they really haven't changed too much on the sizing of the deluxe figures, which again is a good thing. And let's go ahead and get him transformed. Oh, and these also are on a ball joint, just to just to point that out. First thing you want to do on transformation is you're just going to extend these quarter panels. Then you're going to rotate the fist up, just like so. Rotate the fist up. Then you're going to bring these arms up, and then you're also going to see a tab right there. That's where these little spikes tab into. Actually, the only reason I was able to get these figures, they probably wouldn't have been put out on the shelf, is because I knew someone at Walmart, and it was a 24-hour Walmart, and I went the night that these released, so I was there at midnight to get these figures, and I made them look through the back to get them, and this is what they came out with, and I wanted the Voyagers too, but I didn't want to give them a hard time. At least they found something for me, so I was very appreciative of that. But yeah, just straighten out the arms like that, then you're going to come down to the legs, and again you're going to straighten these out. We'll flip the heels in, and then you want to rotate at the thighs, and that'll put the feet on the inside of the vehicle. And then what you can do, you're just gonna, at this hip joint right there, you're gonna bend that 90 degrees, and then this leg will come up. And there's going to be a couple places it's going to tab in. It's going to tab in right there and right here. And that's going to go to there and there. So let's try and do that. And the first time I did this, I did have problems. Not really problems, but one thing would pop out and then something else would pop in. So that is kind of a thing going on with him. Do the same thing on this side. Try and get that all dialed in. That one went right into place right there, so that was pretty lucky. And you can see his head just kind of sits in between his knees there, which doesn't bother me, and you'll definitely see why once we get a little further in. Bring this bumper out front just for now, just to get it out of the way. And now we're going to start bringing this whole backpack section around, and you can see it unfolds there. Back window unfolds from there, and then you want to bring this around, and this is going to tab in right in the back, right by that tail light. And this is where, you know, things will pop out, unfortunately, that you just tabbed in. But once you get all the tabs in, then you can go back around and try and straighten all that stuff out. So seems like the more you have tabbed in, the more it wants to untab itself. But we'll straighten out the windshield, get that straight, get the bumper on. Now all you have to do is take out these side panels. And these side panels will plug in. There's a tab right there that goes in that slot right there. On the leg. Same thing on this side. And then, yeah, that's actually it. That's all tabbed in. And then it does roll pretty decently. And then these missiles, or weapons, whatever they're calling themselves, just slot in right here and fill in that little gap there. bring that in closer just so you can see. And this one does the same thing. And that does cover up his head if you don't like seeing the head on the underside of the vehicle. And I think that looks pretty good. It turns into a decent car. It can roll with the weapons underneath. You can see a little bit of his feet back there. But it's not horrible. It almost looks like, you know, the wheels are sitting up so high, it's almost like this is lifted a little bit. So you would see some undercarriage stuff just going on when you lift a vehicle. So yeah, he is a really nice Decepticon. Really happy I got him. And hopefully I don't have to troop build him. But let's do a comparison of another vehicle. Okay, this is the closest thing I had around, but here he is with Hardhead from Generations, or Titan's Return, and I have it transformed wrong. Crush. There you go. And as you can see, he is very narrow, but that's because he needs to be to actually look like a full-sized SUV, which is a Chevy Suburban. So, as opposed to the tank, I guess it's not really a fair size comparison, but they are about the same length. And like I said, in robot mode, they're about the same height also. So, again, really nice for a Wave 1 movie toy, and I'm really excited about the rest of the figures, especially that Leader Megatron. I just cannot wait to be able to review that for you guys. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Radio Free Cybertron, and we'll see you next time.